The equinox on September the 22nd brings with it a rebirth to the new awakened soul within. And in this video today, I want to share with you the 5 key things that I think you should know about this equinox, as well as a powerful light code activation to really help you activate within you that rebirth and downloading the frequencies, the new light codes that are now available to us because of this equinox on September the 22nd. Now, the meaning of equinox is actually the struggle between light and dark, death and life. And it is such a beautiful process right now that we're in with this rebirth to the new awakened soul. I had mentioned already in previous videos about the Mercury retrograde season that we're in right now is all about, and September in general is all about that integration and alignment to that new soul's template. And the equinox is really assisting us with that reawakening or that rebirth to that new awakened soul that is already within us. So let me share with you the 5 key things, and then we can move into light language so I can really assist you on that, really bringing in those light codes to really help you reawaken or being reborn to your new soul's template. The first piece here is that there's now an inner awakening to our own soul's light that is happening right now because this integration and this alignment to the new soul template that is really happening in September. Our own soul light is being activated, it's being turned up so we can really shine our light more brightly, which then is also causing an inner sense of awakening. Now, you may then also realize certain things about yourself that you weren't aware before. Maybe you feel differently too. Maybe when you're tuning into your vibration, it feels maybe softer than it did before. Maybe people are even telling you then also, oh, you look differently. What have you been doing? And things like that. It's because there's an inner awakening happening to really turn up our soul's light so we can shine more brightly, because that is really so important. Now, moving forward, as we're really aligning ourselves to that new soul's template that is at offer right now, we need to also raise our vibration and shine our light more brightly so we can really align ourselves to that new soul's template. So it's truly a beautiful thing. And if you want to learn a little bit more about what I shared about the Mercury retrograde, the link to that video is in the description below if you want to check it out, where I talk a little bit more in detail about what's really happening in September, and especially with this Mercury retrograde season that we're in right now. And the second piece here is that there's now an inner reset, an inner release happening as well. With everything that is happening, you're releasing those old layers. So think of it like that. I mean, the equinox is all about light and dark, death and life. And this is like basically what's happening right now. There's an inner death happening because we need to be reborn. So that old self needs to fade away. So that's why I'm mentioning it's somewhat of an inner death in a way, because your old self needs to fade away. It needs to kind of die off in a way in order to be reborn. So this is not something to be afraid of. And I know the word death is kind of scary, but just know that this is happening for a reason. You're releasing a lot of old stuff here. There's really that inner reset happening to help you be reborn to that new soul's template, to really align yourself to that new soul's template, to also shine your light even brighter. And then the third piece here is that there's now also, we're entering a deep inner healing period. I mean, with all this stuff releasing, this whole rebirth and everything, a lot is happening on an inner level. Now, this can cause some discomfort because maybe old things are coming up for you that you thought you dealt with, or you maybe don't want to deal with anymore, and you don't even want to look at it. You just want to push it aside. But here you're being asked to embrace this healing period. So instead of pushing the stuff aside, maybe leaning into it like, okay, what is coming to the surface? What am I feeling here? What is asked to be released? What is asked to be healed and let go of? And you then do your work consciously, really saying, okay, I don't want this no more. How can I release this? And then you do your work of releasing it. But it's like really becoming aware what is coming to the surface, then acknowledging it. You don't want to push it aside, but you really want to acknowledge it and then choose to release it and let it go. And then, like I said, do something about it. But we're really entering a deep inner healing period with this equinox to really assist us with this birthing process. So don't be afraid of it. If you're feeling uncomfortable, just definitely listen to this activation again that I'm about to share with you in a moment. But just do your work. Don't resist the healing, because it's only going to help you moving forward to really awaken to that new soul's template. Align yourself to that. And it's going to really change your life for the better. Then the fourth piece here is that there's now also an embodiment of this higher template now unfolding as well, where your elevated soul's path of you're embodying that, you're really getting insights, glimpses of that, and you're meant to really welcome it in. And here I want to invite you on or around the equinox, really tune in, meditate a little bit more, really take time, set time aside to allow this to unfold. Maybe re-listening to this video so you can re-listen to those five key things, and of course the activation, but allow yourself to really embody that higher template. Let it sink in, embody it, welcome it in, let it take root within you. And then also open yourself up to be shown the next steps, because as you're embodying that new template, as you're embodying those new codes that are now forthcoming, they're now incoming for you, it will also open you up to new ideas. So here, as you're embodying that, open yourself up to receiving those insights, the glimpses of your next steps moving forward. That is truly powerful, and that is truly important for you to know, well, okay, well, what am I supposed to do moving forward? So tune in here, and if you would like some help with that, join me in my 5-day mini program. It's a free challenge, free 5-day challenge to unlock your soul's blueprint. Really, where I teach you to really connect with your soul's blueprint, get guidance from that, and then really act from that place, taking actions from that place, being more of that empowered soul that you are, following your soul's blueprint. So if that's of interest to you, go to unlockyoursoulsblueprint.com or check out the link in the description below. Then the fifth piece here is that now it's also called to settle within this newness that is unfolding. Really settle within it, like all the stuff that is happening, all the stuff that is happening. Your life is shifting, you're growing, and the call is really allow it to happen. Don't resist it, don't push it aside, but really be open and be receptive for what's coming in, for this rebirth, for this upgrade that you're being given right now. This is really, it's a call to settle that within. And like I said, the more time you can spend on the equinox to really go within, maybe do some journaling, write about whatever's coming up for you, and just allow it to unfold. Now, here are the 5 key things that I want you to know about. Now, without further ado, let's move into light language. But before I do, if you liked it so far, if you've gotten some value out of this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, maybe even share it with someone that you think can benefit from that. But now let's move into light language so you can really bring in those equinox energies, the frequencies for your own inner rebirth, the inner growth, that aligning yourself to your new soul's template. If you can please put both feet on the ground, get centered, just take a deep breath in and breathe in light and love. And as you breathe out, release anything that doesn't need to be here, and then close your eyes. And here you may want to prepare yourself by setting the intention to open yourself up to this activation, to this rebirth that is at offer for you right now. Call in your soul, your higher self, your team of guides if you wish. But I now too call upon the highest, best, most loving guides, archangels, ascended masters, spirit guides, and beings of the light that can best support us now. Even the guides of the seasons to step forward and assist us with this equinox activation. Please uplift us as we open ourselves up to receiving the light codes that are to our highest and greatest good. And we ask for divine assistance to open us up to the healing and the release that is at offer to us through this equinox energy. Open our heart, mind, soul, and spirit to the new light codes that are meant to activate our highest soul template within our being. Please release the shadows that are still hidden deep within, now ready to be released. Collapse any timelines of agony, suffering, pain, frustration, not feeling worthy and deserving, being rejected, even being prosecuted for who we are and what we believe in, and all others that are no longer serving us on this higher path ahead. Please cleanse and clear us from any blocks, past lives, ancestral ties, soul contracts, and karmic lessons that are now too ready to come to completion. And please activate within our new soul's template, our elevated path ahead, and our inner sight and inner knowing, so we may see more clearly and hear more clearly that what is to our highest and greatest good. And so it is. Urach nestrushta, elachtenes turustra. Naek rachane elur achte enur a istra a. Nur alena achte la a irur a rahan estur uta. Narahatikte enur alena rastra ashtra ahi. Nutalanes tu estarahane nara ila a esturu un a estara a tarashtu urachnel elikte tur unna astra achte nu ural a en arastra hastra urahan ela a nura anes tura a ur a turu ustra a Narara kite eluna kate elahan turu ushtana. Nur annehe tara ai tarastara ahin nur u. Narale ele kite enur a estra a. Turu una a enara kate enura ahi tara a ela a enura astara a. Nurahane lastra. Len ahi lehe inne est ur a tara achate turu una la anela a inara hastra a inra a istra turu utanan ela la ura anna la kata ashtra aha naktituna le kiti enushta Astrachnelen ale tur a ne turu tura nastra o ura a istranakte elura a nura anakte elae tara aha turu utana anne kiku ura enara alestra hurashtena a Harastara nara a turu ula anna a Beloved soul, we wish to invite you to open up your senses, open up your inner sight, your inner knowing, your inner feeling. Open yourself up to receive these codes of activation, activating you deeply within your new soul's template. Activating now in this moment. Trostrachte sturu ulahane rachten a inarahatle etur utaha nuura alen elehesturu utara a inara ashturu nura ta a ikte iku ushta Henna ela, henna estra ashtuta, ha enra a ikru urukta an estra, rustra hanella elle, lela hele ela inur uta aha. Nura naestru strakte elur anestu, srai nuruktu uluktu urachte, Tarachte a kate etu uruta. Feel it growing within you, embodying you from deep within, embodying every essence of your being, every fiber of your being, from the inside out, from the inside out. Turusachanelekti is turushte urachte ehe. Tranestro ura anastra ekte oi tuta esrachte in a itra aha tururakte achte hate ina turuta aneheta. See your soul's light growing brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter. Krahatil kiti iluruta astra atina ra'a. Nura tara ahi nara astu uru utaha tarachte ena itura atena a itara a no uruta nura nelai uta huna a ina urashtarakte eru uran a ena hata a. Now open yourself up to universal forces, to the infinite possibilities, the universe and all that is within, all that is available to you, even the things that you have not yet realized. Open yourself up, connecting to the infinite void of possibilities, as you receive insights, glimpses into that elevated path ahead, that elevated future of your soul. Open yourself up. See it, feel it, know it. Then embody it deeply within. Turo la hanele elele e turu ura a estra a enera a estra a. Tura ha ale estra a he, hestra a enera a inurustra a he. Tura a nehele elele kiri elura ha. Na a he na a etara a istru uhuta. Nes tu ru ra he na est a hest a hest a hest. Hura han ella a I turu ut aha. Nura anna a enara a I turu ustra a han estra a. Tura estra hutra a enara a. Lutae. Luta esta. Na a enuta an est ur a etara a. Tarahanela a enara asturu. Shtarai tarakate ena a inara a astra. Harachtene tu uta. Nastara ahi. Nastara a enara a ala a ituru. Trachnes tu tara a. Nara astra a itu ur ahi. Ena. Tunalakate turu ustra. Rahinu ra'ahe. Rachate eustra a. Beloved, you have now received this activation that was now available to you at this time and forevermore moving forward. Your soul's template has been activated within you, and we assisted you in embodying it on a cellular level, connecting you with that soul template. You may go about your day now, feeling more aligned, feeling more awakened, feeling more centered, and deeply connected to who you are at soul level. Because activated, beloved, you have been. Infused with light codes, you have been. Now it is up to you, beloved soul, to embody that what we have just given to you. And so it is, and it is done. Blessed be. You may take a deep breath in now and anchor in this activation. Anchor in these frequencies, these light codes that you have been just given. And when you're ready, you may open up your eyes again and come back into the here and now. That was quite a beautiful activation. I can still feel the energy just pulsating. I could feel a lot being stirred within me. And I hope you enjoyed this activation. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. Maybe leave me a comment below. Let me know. What was your experience? Did you see something? Did you feel something? Do you feel a little bit more awakened now? I would love to know. So the way you can make the most out of this activation now is, for one, I really want to invite you to tune into those 5 key things that I mentioned to you and just really anchor that in, really embody that, really that inner knowing that you are awakening now. Maybe look at what is coming up for you, any doubts, any fears, let it come up, any memories, past memories that, or instances that really still hurt you in a way. Don't push it aside, but really let it come up. Maybe journal about it with the intention of releasing it. And I really want to invite you, if you can, set aside some time on the equinox to really go within, to meditate deeply, to go within, to write, to journal, to let go, to heal, to release, to set new intentions, and also to open yourself up to receiving the insights into those new next steps that will really lead you moving forward into in alignment with your new soul template. And of course, come back to this activation, re-listen to this again on the equinox, so you can then really tap into the frequencies of that day as well. Now, it's already, even if you're listening to it before, even after, perfectly fine. The frequencies are still potent, they're still strong, but if you're doing it, if you're listening to it on the equinox, you could just get a little extra boost there. But so save it into your watch later list so you can always come back to it. Definitely subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content if you haven't done so already. But I really want to invite you, take some time and make the most out of this equinox, of this rebirth that is at hand now, and just allow it to unfold. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you are here joining me for this activation. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful equinox day. Now be sure to check out this next video here about stop self-sabotage for good, where I share 7 tips on how to stay empowered. And if that is a challenge of yours, definitely check out that video. So thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.